make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But I'm break.
Yeah. Once again, man, we back at it. It's Parlay with us, man. You got me, Mr. Beans, Stony Cook, Hustle Stack, Sean Doe, all the way from the West Coast, giving it to you live from Beverly Hills, California. Sean Doe. What up, Sean? What up, Stacks? What up, Cook, man? How's it going, man? You know what it is. It's Parlay with us, sweet.
We got Sean Doe live from the Witness Protection Program right here.
I know
he look like the mystery nigga on the show, right? Like,
yeah, you do. Yeah, that's why I was trying to get him in the light a little bit. But he do look like the mystery nigga.
I'm gonna tell you this. A fucking cookie costs $20 out here, and a slice of pizza costs $16 So I ain't, if I'm in the Witness Protection Program, they better give me a better stipend.
When I went to San Diego, the wife told me, when she was out of me, she said, go cop the salad. Caesar salad. I said, yo, Riz, I went inside the bar, so let me get a beer, one Corona, and a salad. $65.
What? 65.
One salad in a Corona.
$65.
Damn, I
would have got up and left.
He was already sitting in front of me. Money was staring at me. I ain't want to, you know what I mean?
Damn, man. Hey, I would have been like,
yo, listen. Out west is very expensive.
Love it, though.
Let me tell you,
I love it.
Out west is very expensive. The last time I've been there was 2016. Very expensive. I think it was 2016 or 2018.
I work for the company. So listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. I work for the company, so my room is $1,000 a night. I don't care. My Parlay with us team, I'm paying $150. So all I know is these white people are very mad when I go to that gym, like with them. I know that. Listen, I belong here too. Fuck out here.
You in $1,000 a night, man.
Right? I could make that move out west. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna hold you.
No doubt. I've been to that. No doubt.
That's nice.
I could live.
If my money was right, I'll be out there.
If my money was right, boy.
And I'll be surfing out there too. I'll learn how to
surf.
All type of shit, right? All type of shit, right, Stoney?
Yo,
yeah, man.
I like that. That vibe is different, and it's nice. Yeah, the vibe and the weather of the West Coast life is different.
I told the fellas they think it's bad. It's 72 degrees and sunny. I'm like, why y'all complaining? Oh, it's too cold. I'm like, you guys are bugging.
I mean,
this is perfect for me.
Perfect. It's perfect.
That's perfect weather for us. For them, that's cold, fam. For them, it's cold.
For me too. I was out there. I was on the balcony. Like, yo, this is the life right here. Like yo, think about the money you see.
Bring it in. I know. I want to stay out, but I want to bring it in. Hold on.
You don't need no AC out there.
Right. Nah, but
it's like that. It's pretty consistent. It's pretty consistent out there in Cali. Right? That weather doesn't change too much. It stays steady. 70, 80, you know.
Yeah.
Light wind. Clear. It's always clear. They don't get too much rain out there.
A little better.
Yeah, it's a little better in there. So yeah, man. We back at it, man. I like the ensemble. I like the Bruins gear. I like the Red Sox gear, man. You guys keep it popping with the gear. Yo, listen, if y'all think that any sports podcast could mess with my fellas when it comes to the wardrobes, y'all are bugging, man. We could go up against some of the best of them when it comes to sports apparel, Stacks and Cook. Man, you guys are live with that, man. I every week, I love it.
Let's keep it real. We on location, like we got a budget. If we ain't in San Diego or any,
you guys, everybody's always you know what's so great? We take our little hiatus and we still find time to jump on the tube with the team. You're on your hiatus. You're taking your vacation. You're out on the West Coast and you still finding time to jump on with the team And we appreciate it. So yeah, let's get into this NBA Finals because I know
Yes,
we
sir,
pressed
yes,
for
sir, yes,
time
sir.
here. We're gonna do on a quick little 30-minute ensemble for you guys. So yeah, man, game 2 preview. We know what it is. It's Pacers versus OKC. I watched a little bit of that game. I think I told Stacks about it. I was probably dozed off after the first half.
Great game.
And then wake up in the morning and see that. No, I think I was telling you, Crook. Then wake up and see that Halliburton won that game. Yo, Indiana is putting. They
putting that work.
They putting their foot on people's on necks. They on a different. This is. I didn't like you. I said it before. I didn't expect it. I'm gonna say it again. I've been saying that for a couple of weeks now. Yo, Indiana's on a different mission to go and keep stealing games in home gyms. Especially in the beginning, especially the teams that's supposed to be it, right? Think about it. They stole everybody's food who's supposed to be the top tier.
That's probably the most rowdiest place they ever played right there, too. Like that.
And they won the first 2 games in every series. They won the first 2 games.
And that's what listen.
So far.
They had the home court. Except for Milwaukee, so they had the home court against Milwaukee. They actually lost. Right. First game, I think they lost the first game in Milwaukee when they went to Milwaukee. But they beat that. The Cleveland shit was a shocker. Now if they steal this next one,
they steal this next one,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
We gotta have. Well, I wouldn't say it's a wrap, but we definitely gotta have that conversation though.
You're right.
I don't because OKC.
I would say it's a wrap, but think about it. What they always say when they pull out those stats, a team never has come back down. You know what I mean? From 0-2. You know? Yeah. Some teams, but it's very few.
You guys. I'm sorry, Bean. This question, I think I ask this question all the time. Like the whole momentum thing, and that gotta be real, Stack. So what do you think is them going into it tonight with that momentum and as far as like knowing they didn't play their best game? Obviously, Oklahoma City caused a lot of the stuff. I just flew in and I was running around. I seen the end of it and then I was like doing something in Stony, like text, and then I seen the ESPN update, but I rewatched the whole game. And like I said, Oklahoma City definitely was causing a lot of that issue. I think when they made that turn over to what's his name? What's his name? The other point when they took the ball out of Halliburton's hand and gave it to Nemhard, whatever, it kind of like he protected the ball a little better. So what do you think about the momentum game plan changing the way they play? Do you think it's gonna be they have game momentum from the ending of that game?
They could.
The Pacers?
Yeah, they could.
Oh yeah, I mean the Pacers, they riding on momentum right now, man. They've been riding on momentum since they won, since they clinched last series. I think they're on a high right now. Tonight is huge. My thing, what I'm looking for is like they expected to lose, but if they lose by like a close margin. And I have confidence that they could win this series. It depends on how they come out tonight. They play good in game 2. It's not like there's a drop off with Indiana. They don't take their foot off the pedal when they win that game 1. I mean, you see New York they came and won that second game in New York, and they did the same thing to Cleveland. I think they're gonna come out hard because they know. They riding high right now, and they need to ride it until I guess they catch an L somewhere. But they definitely got to come out tonight. But if they lose tonight by like I said, 2 or 3, 3 points or so, I like them. I like them to hang around in this series. You possibly win it.
I had them in 6 games. I had OKC in 6, but I still think if OKC win tonight, they could possibly get them in 6. But OKC, first of all, they switched their lineup, so that shows you they're a little shook because they switched their lineup at the beginning of the series. They ain't went with the double bigs, which I think double bigs could have worked because Chet ain't really a 4 or 5; he's a 3, but he's just 7 foot. Right. But OKC looked a little. I didn't like that lineup change at all. I just think they match up. Listen, this is a good match. They match up well, man. They really do. I mean,
we knew it. Yeah, we knew that going in too, right?
They do match up well, defensively wise, offensively wise. There's nobody that's superior. I mean, yeah, SGA is SGA, but after that, it's pretty much even amongst both teams. And Indiana, they got a longer bench, I feel, so that makes up for the firepower that OKC has. So
I don't know about that with Stoney. I think OKC bench is deep. I just think they got Indiana got the veterans. OKC got the young guys that come off the bench and put in work. Because the Wiggins kid, the other kid, the other Williams comes off, puts in work. Then you got the other kid, he comes in, puts in work. I like OKC bench. I just think they're younger than Indiana's bench.
But I don't feel as though he uses them. Wiggins ain't really been playing like that. Like he ain't going deep. Like Carlisle's going 10, 11 deep.
He's all
in the defense of OKC, they haven't had to.
And he's going deep early in the game too, because Halliburton.
Carlisle's
he was out in the second quarter already.
You know what's so crazy?
He's just making. I think he's coaching to win.
I'm gonna send you guys.
He's getting in OKC's heads a little bit, man, because the lineups that he's putting out there.
He's.
It's I don't know. It's very interesting how he does that, because Halliburton, he came out the game early. He wasn't really effective in the first half, if you ask me. He was out.
No, he wasn't. I told you they switched them
to the first to the second.
They gave the other kid the point guard duties because Halliburton was being a little loosey goosey with the ball. You know what I mean? Like that kid. I know Stack speaks highly of him. The point guard, the kid from Canada. Like he kind of settled them down a little bit because they were turning that shit over, bro. Like, I was like, damn. And then they put Halliburton off the ball and put him on running more of the point from what I seen. And it kind of settled them down a little bit. They had most of their turnovers in the first half, which is a lot. But, for me, man, I think Halliburton's focused. But you know how crazy the NBA, how popular the NBA is? I was walking up Hollywood Boulevard this morning, right? And they had like three. I'll send it to the group chat. They had Halliburton, like big ass Halliburton, stretched out. Like this is an LA fam. Like it's just like crazy, like how he's catching on, and everybody's rooting for this cat. You see all those dudes, like all those Up in Smoke and all those other shows, and Dwayne Wade. They showing people rooting for this cat. It's amazing how and he's doing what he's gonna do in the clutch, but. For me, it's been a whole team effort. I'm not taking nothing away from homeboy. He's hitting big shots.
Whole team effort. You're totally
right. Big shots, so he's making.
No, for sure. No, 100%. 100%. You talk about Brunson and I'm not getting on Brunson. I respect Brunson, but I didn't realize this dude had like 10 out of 12, including the playoffs, game winners this year. How the fuck did he win Player of the Year? How is that?
He didn't start hitting them shots to the playoffs. Yeah, he didn't start hitting them shots to the playoffs. He didn't hit none of them. No. Go back and look. He had 5. They said he had 5. The one in the playoffs, obviously 5 of whatever it was. They said he had 5 more in the regular season. Yeah, but he had a lot of games where he had single digit scoring. A lot.
I give you I give you a second. They're just not counting the game winners. They're counting like when they count all the other.
Yeah, a lot of games we had 8, 9, 7, 6.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Brunson.
So that's what it is. Okay, no, here's one
with a single digit joint.
Yeah, understandable. No, I was just, but it's. I get it. I'm just saying, like this dude, he hit. They said. He has 10 game winners, including the playoff. So I'm like, what? Like, okay.
I mean, that when he hit against Milwaukee was to me the one he hit against Milwaukee. He was letting the world know he was here. He arrived. That one against Milwaukee, People started paying attention. Then he did another one with Cleveland in game 2. And it was like, whoa, we got something. Then it's just his history. Then he hit that one in New York.
And the funny thing is, they're covering his ass too. He's throwing up those.
He doesn't need too much to throw that shit. Like he doesn't lie. He just throws that shit. He reminds me of Steph Curry a little bit. He don't need much. Once you give him that little space,
Curry shit is pretty no matter how he let it go. Halliburton shit is disgusting, ugly. You don't know if you're gonna pass it or shoot it, and it's just off.
It's just chaos. Yeah, it's like chaos.
It's a hideous shot.
It's like a rainbow shot.
And you be just surprised how it's like a in between a set shot and a jump shot. It's so looking that you like, he shot that shit. Like Curry shit is always a natural form. Like
right.
Like Halliburton shit is like, I don't know what you call that shit. That shit.
It's erratic. It's a little erratic.
He gets it off though. He gets it off.
No, he gets it off because when he sets up, there's no shooting motion, Stoney. It's just like a throw up. Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he shot that shit.
Exactly. You know, but he just jumps and throws that shit. Like like you said, there's no form or nothing. It's like he just jumps up and throws that shit, man. Once he gets that space.
Yo, he's hot. Y'all said it. He's hot right now. He's on fire. He's the guy in the NBA. They want to plaster his face. You know.
Yeah, they definitely. Look at that picture. I was like, damn.
And you know, nothing against. I guess the league is like any other league. What have you done for me lately, Janet Jackson? But because just last year and the year before, who was the plaster of the league? Good question.
What, last year?
Just last year and the year before, who face was plastered all over?
Well,
Tatum.
I don't know.
Tatum.
Nah, Tatum. No one, but really,
Tatum's supposed to be the new thing.
They didn't nationally. They don't want that. People don't. I'm just being real. I love Tatum. That's my.
Yo, I understand what you're saying. You're saying nationally they don't want the Celtics, not Tatum. Tatum's
no, they don't want Tatum. No. They don't. If you want Tatum,
because Tatum,
they don't want Tatum.
Celtics franchise.
He's so back. The game is now.
Say what you say.
NBA community. I'm on NBA community. I love Tatum. They don't want Tatum. They don't even put. They do not want him. It's nothing against him. It's his personality. It's the way he plays. They like Edwards. They like Morant. Even Morant can't even get in Tatum's league. But if you go ask Stacks, Morant, they would want him more. The fans they just don't want Tatum in that position. And as much as Halliburton,
that Morant shit is over with. He's
no, I'm just saying, no, you know that, you know what I'm saying, though, what they tried to do. We're talking about who they trying to push. The NBA would love Tatum to be. They tried
to push both of them cats, but they off court problems. They're not gonna do that because your man skeeting and everything in Minnesota, and John Morant can't pick up a pistol everywhere he go. So if you look at to be the face of the league, you gotta be squeaky clean.
And you gotta be marketable. You gotta be marketable. And I'm telling you that.
You gotta like your game too. People right now, look at Shea. Shea's the number one scorer in the league, numbers wise. I know. Hey, he's foreign. He's from Canada. They love Giannis. They love Jokic, but a lot of people don't like his game. A lot of people like watching Morant and Edwards. If you watch Morant and Edwards, I'm not saying what they do up the court. I'm just telling you what you watch. I'm not saying they're the best. If you watch their game, is real enjoyable. These kids love those dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, because it's a high flying, but that's a high flying circus type thing. That's what they're looking at. They're looking at come fly with me, jump out the gym stuff. That's what they're looking at. That's what the young kids like.
No, but Edwards can shoot. He does a little bit. He ain't consistent. But
listen,
they're not putting.
Edwards could shoot. Hold up. Edwards could shoot. Edwards could dunk and do all that. But is Edwards Tatum, bro? Like, are you telling me he's better? He's in a Tatum league?
I didn't tell you. I didn't say. I'm just telling
Tatum's
you.
more polished than him.
You go listen. If you and you guys know this, if you probably don't be online like that. They do not. They don't want Tatum is. He's corny, fam. I'm just keeping it 100. People think he's corny. They think everything he does is
he doesn't show too much emotion
because it's this.
During
He's
games.
on a
He
low.
doesn't talk much.
He doesn't talk much. There's no bravado. There's no bravado.
You could tell he's not a talker. Like when you hear him talk, he has issues with that camera in his face.
I think the hate's generated towards the Celtics. That's
what I'm saying. It's the Celtics.
I just think people don't like Boston.
Player, bro. It's the team.
I think people do not like anything that comes from Boston.
From Boston, bro. I'm telling you.
They are hated on, bro. I'm telling you. Boston is all.
Bro, you take
Tom Brady for that. But
you take Tatum and put him on whoever, he's loved.
Yeah, I agree. If you take him off the Celtics and put him on the fucking Washington,
I don't care where you put him, they're gonna love him.
He's a
good ball player. I understand what Doe's saying. The kids like the pizzazz.
Kids think that nigga. I don't give a fuck if he play for the Lakers. Niggas think he's corny. It's plain simple.
Niggas ain't what run the NBA though. You know what I'm saying? It's corporate America that runs the NBA. If I'm corporate,
you have to show me. I'm just telling you.
If I'm an Anglo-Saxon, I'm gonna think like an Anglo-Saxon thinks. He's my guy. He's squeaky clean. He's squeaky clean. He takes
they should push him. I think he should be the face of the league for the simple fact that he takes care of his family. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
Look what my nephew said. Look what my nephew said all the way from Trinidad. What up, Tiba? Hate Boston. Love Tatum though.
You got to remember. I'm gonna put it to you this way. We are in a LBJ era where these young kids love LBJ. And who do LBJ fans hate the most? The fucking Celtics. I mean, they don't like Boston, bro. You can ask any LeBron James. These young kids will tell you right now, MJ ain't the GOAT, it's LBJ. And who do LeBron fans hate? Boston. They do not deal with Boston. They do not deal with it. In this era, listen, you can put anybody on the Celtics right now, and nobody ain't fucking with us because it's the LeBron era, and anything that breathes on LeBron wrong, they hate. They don't like it.
Right.
We ran LeBron. He say what he wants. We ran his ass out of Cleveland. He can say what he wants. We ran his ass out of Cleveland. We made him join Miami, period. But nobody likes Boston teams get the most hate I've ever seen. The most hate.
And it doesn't help that with Harden shit too. Like every other year, somebody's.
But that's where the hate comes from, though.
I mean, we had a nice run where we was always winning some shit.
Cook, that's where the hate comes from. Winning. That's where it comes from.
That Deflategate didn't help either, though.
Huh?
That Deflategate didn't help. The history of the city.
You're on to something. You're on.
See, I give him Spygate. See, that's the hate. I'll give him Spygate. You can have that one.
They can have it, but look what ended up happening.
Hold on, Stoney. That Deflategate was the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever seen in my fucking life. We played with the same fucking balls they played with. They played with the same. Nobody talks about that. They had more. Look up the files if you want to do the knowledge. They had more deflated balls on this sideline than we did. And they're gonna say, "Oh, Tom Brady." LeGarrette Blount was the one that tore y'all ass up. It wasn't Tom Brady. LeGarrette Blount was running all over y'all. I'll give you Spygate. Okay, I'll give you that. It was some funny business. But that Deflategate, it was a flat ball. They played with the same ball. So how come y'all didn't get a bit? And we've been beating the Colts' ass for years. I'm not having that shit. Take that shit out the window. I'll get you
And
spot.
I'm a back up Doe. One thing that Doe said, and I'm gonna say that he is correct about, and that is from the young athletes coming from the South, coming from the West, and maybe not so much the Midwest, but the young athletes that's coming from the South and the West Coast, anywhere in them areas, they perceive when they hear Boston, they perceive the town as being racist. And that's why a lot of players coming up, I'm talking about these are guys that's coming up through the college, coming up through the shit. Their mind mentality already is they don't want to. Most of these athletes don't want to come here because it's the perception that they're coming to a racist town.
My cousin.
Only us who live here all our lives can say a little bit something different.
Yo, my cousin's friend didn't think there was black people in Boston. I don't even know. I used to think that was a joke. She just told me that shit today. She was like, "Cuz they don't think there was black people in Boston." Yeah, I was like, "You didn't know Bobby Brown?" I'm not trying to be funny. Like, where the fuck you think Bobby Brown came from? Donna Summer. What the fuck? Like, I don't get it. But
right,
there's a lot. There's a lot that goes with it. I'm just. It doesn't matter why or what it is.
You hit something with that. You was on point with that. That point about it is a factor in the town. There's another point that's a factor about this town for the people from the South and the West. It's cold.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that's a big factor for these guys.
Because Stack said, "Fuck that." I wear that Boston shit all day, but I don't live up that. Yo, I just seen a guy coming in. I seen a guy when I was driving. I seen a guy. It was so funny how we say that people don't know if there's black people in Boston. I swear to God on everything I love. I'm driving into the valet and I see an Al Horford jersey, and there's a white Irish motherfucking guy with it. Yo, it's like I'm bugging because it's like if I was sitting, I'm from the same shit he is, but they gonna look at him like, yo. Look at that white Irish guy from Boston. I seen him when I was driving and shit had me dying. But anyway, that being said,
different thought. Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's a cute conversation about the face of the league. But you know what I noticed though, and I didn't think of this. I was watching all that YouTube stuff like Up in Smoke and all those other reactions to Halliburton's game winners. There's a war on us not being. There's no American stars, or there's no now they want to make it an all-star world versus United States or whatever, American players.
They should do that shit. Get the shit out there.
Well, they should. And it's like I feel as though I think, and we talked about this, and I talked to Stacks. Joker's man, he's that guy. I'm not taking anything away from him at all. But it's like the NBA too wants to promote those guys overseas, and he deserves everything he gets plus 10. I really believe that. Luka, I just think he gets away with a lot of shit that Harden couldn't get away with. I'm not even a Harden guy. But Luka with his sloppy shit and he's scoring, yeah, he could hit any shot, whatever, I get it. But my point is like they were force feeding people from other countries. He deserved it. I'm just saying they force feeding that, so I don't really think they want a guy from America to be the face of the league, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta earn it, though. I mean, like you gotta earn it. You gotta earn it. National players, they balling. They taking the off-season serious. They're not partying and doing all kinds of crazy shit that a lot of these guys do when they get money, get that bag. They want to go fuck around and not really focus on their game. And these international players, they're not playing around. They want to be good. They want to be the best. And that's all they do. They eat, sleep basketball. They don't fuck around too much, man. They just try to be the best.
The bigger picture is the elephant in the room. International or not, if you went to fucking high school and play high school ball here, that shit don't count that you're from across the water. Like Shay went to school here in the 8th grade.
Good point.
you know what I'm saying? Like all them international guys that come straight from across the water, I give it to you, like a Luka. Or even Giannis played ball here a little bit before he went to the league. But I'm just saying that if you play high school ball here, no, I'm not giving you that. You learned you might have honed your craft there, but you polished it up in America. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You're right.
If that was the case,
I'll give you that. I'll give
if that
you
was
that.
the case, the best league
Good
in
point.
the world
Good
wouldn't
point.
be in America. The best league in the world would be over across the water. I'm not. Yeah, they come here. They're a little bit more polished. They got more. They're pros at 13. They've been playing in
pros at 13. Yeah, they play with
right.
pros at a young age. Yeah, they don't have like little small leagues and like they
got leagues like
against
soccer.
men
They got
early.
leagues like soccer, basically.
Yeah, they got
Real Madrid.
they got great professional basketball leagues in Europe and in France and in all them other leagues. That's why they catch up to us so fast. But they promote their guys. Like when they get one guy, like, you gotta think about it. France will have one guy. We'll have to their one guy, we'll have 60. So they'll one guy and promote their one guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they get so good. Like, look at the draft this year. The first 5 picks are gonna be American guys. So I don't think they pass us by. I just think they
no, I don't think the international player has passed the American ball player as far as basketball. They're caught up because
they're caught up, Tony. I don't think they passed.
They're caught up. It's the work ethic. They caught up because
they've been playing us for years. They've been going against us for years. So they learn from us.
And you're right. They learn. And you know how they learn? You know how they learn? Every year they program a little bit better. That's what it is. Bringing American coaches, they bring in American players.
And then look at Then look at Beans. When we go over there, we got to play by their rules. The Olympics, we play by their rules. They don't play by our rules ever. We play by their rules.
Right.
All that shit is by their rules. It's not our rules.
That's
it's their rules.
No, I think I understand, but I think the international player is not I wouldn't say they're taking over. They're just there, and it's a commodity. They're getting good commodities coming out of the international leagues. That's what it is. And basketball is trying to keep themselves relevant by being more spicy.
More, yeah. They've been doing it for years.
They've been doing it for years. They got Jokic. They had Dirk. They had keep it. Peja.
It's helping the league too.
Divac. They had it. This is nothing new. The international player, and like Stacks said, and I'm gonna back Stacks up with it. The real core athlete, as far as basketball, and maybe somebody international who's listening might say, "You don't know what the fuck you talking about." But don't get me wrong. I just think the real core, the real nasty players come out of the States. Like we birthed Michael Jordan, LeBron, Shaq, you name it. Dwayne Wade. You just call it, right? Yes, there's Jokic, there's Dirk, there's all these guys, but watch.
Look at what you just said, Beans. Think about what you just said. Them motherfuckers are spread out. We in one spot. You know what I'm saying? They spread out. We in one spot, bro. We can go get our talent from here. You motherfuckers gotta go to Greece. They gotta go to Turkey. They gotta go to goddamn Amsterdam.
That's true.
China to get guys. We can go.
That's
listen.
Hey, don't forget about.
I can go to New England has one of the best prep school leagues called the Knapsack. I can go get 5 guys from the Knapsack right now and play ball. They can't go get at a high level. I'm talking about at a high level. You can't go get 5 guys at an extremely high level from fucking Belgium. You can't do it. You
might get one out that group, one dude out that Belgium group. You're right.
If that was the case, they need our players to make their leagues better. Think about that. They need our players. True. That's what these are washed up guys, not our good guys.
That's what I mean.
Guys that can't even play in the league anymore.
And I'm glad you pivoted on that real quick because I know Crooks is on the clock, but I'm gonna pivot to something else. As you say that, the guys, did you see? You said the washed up player, right? Did y'all see that $100,000 game between Beasley.
Oh yeah,
Beasley.
I didn't watch it.
Yo, that was some street ball.
Beasley and your boy forgot.
Stacks, we played that ball. We played that game before.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Beasley's crossed the water making triple digits. Marbury was out the league and went to China and they put a statue up for him. Come on, man. What are we doing? We gonna say, come on, Stinger's eating Vaseline on tape, and he goes over there and becomes an icon. Come on,
an icon.
I want to make one quick point. The elephant. I'm sorry, quick. The elephant in the room, like Stacks likes to say, when they talk about those foreign players, they talk about Luka, Jokic. These niggas get smashed. They tell you that, these guys, they just good. They're just good. They don't care about the stats. They just come in and they just do the game right. But Joker's gonna go home to his goats. Like, my point is like they make it seem like the people from here, you're trying to tell me they don't care about their stats. They don't care about, the AAU might have did some damage to our kids, whatever. But my point is like at the end of the day, it's not when you got those people from overseas, they act like, of course, then like you guys said, they're not from here. So of course you're gonna be perceived a different way. You didn't grow up how we grew up. You didn't grow up in that way. So we express ourselves a certain way. I'm not saying it's always right. I'm not saying what Morant does is right and what Evans doing is right. But what I'm saying is the way they carry themselves off the court. Luka could drink before a game or after a game. They started putting out now. Imagine Jason Tatum drank before a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Drank a bit. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's perception on how they are perceived. And I just wanted to put that out there too. It's how we're perceived, and it's not a right thing. They will
call that culture.
Right.
What Luka
My bad, Crook. I know.
What Luka does and what Luka does and what Jokic does, and any of them foreign players on that type of scale, what you're talking about, they will call that culture. The Russian goes home and drink vodka. That's their thing. Vodka's juice. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So that's culturally. That's culturally. Right. Same thing. So then when it flips onto us, it becomes it's menacing. Right?
It's an issue.
It's an issue. It's menacing. Look, Karl Malone was an avid 2A. I said it before. 2A gun guy, and Stack said it. Karl Malone didn't go on TV waving guns.
His controversy. He was killing animals. He was an animal collector.
There you go.
Of course, the PETA people, they didn't like that because he did a special. You seen all these animals he was collecting.
But as you saying though, Tony. As you saying, I know we're about to end. As you saying, but Karl Malone didn't get almost exited from the NBA.
Right. No, he didn't. He didn't because he did that on his own time. He did that on his own time, but
he didn't get
exited. But they didn't stress the guns.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't get exited. They want to exit Morant. They want to exit Morant, but yeah, some of it is Morant's fault.
No, all of it is Morant's fault. All of it is.
It is. The fact that he came back and did the same shit, that's what really fucked his whole shit up. He came back and did the same shit again. And if he would have just did it that one time, he wouldn't have caught so much flack. But the fact that he went and did the same shit again, waved the gun in front of the camera after they gave him a warning.
And you know what killed him, and you know what bodied him for really with the body shot was when he did the bang bang bang. When he did the bang 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 during that game, that literally really hurt him.
He's bugged out. I think
when he did that shit, pow, 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 that really the 6 shooter.
But he's gonna have to work on himself because he died down a little bit. Morant was the shit for a little bit.
That's what I'm
he died down a little bit. Now it's time he has to win.
You know why he died down? Too much pressure on the controversy. You stop it, dude. You gotta stop.
He's hurt too.
But he has to stop.
He can go to
once he stop doing what he's doing, get healthy again. Morant could probably get his stardom back.
He will.
He might need to go to another team though. He might need to go to another team. Just rejuvenate his career. Like Kyrie did in a way. Like he's gonna have to do something like that. He wore out his welcome, I think, already in Memphis.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he just got to knock off the knucklehead shit. That's
we got to knock off the knucklehead shit. That's it.
Knock off the knucklehead shit. And that goes.
That's why does it too.
That's why you can exit for face of the league, cross him out.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Look who was. Could have been. A pillar in the league. A big Agent Zero. The minute they heard you flash the gun on the plane, or whatever happened on the team plane on a bet, you was done. You got
that was a good special. That was a good special, by the way.
There's a documentary on Netflix about that whole.
Yeah, they was wild. They was
wild, but Arenas, he's the blame.
Yeah, he is the blame. He
was too much of a jokester. He's one of those jokesters that doesn't know how to chill out. When it's getting a little too much. You know how people joke around.
I agree with Stone. Like he don't know how to fall back. Yeah, I agree.
You always push your button, and that's what led to that situation.
Oh no, he's pushing he's pushing Karl Anthony Towns buttons right now. Called him a girly man. He got hit like a lady. He got hit like a lady. Now, when you see Towns, I know he think he's gully or whatever. He must be gully. But when he sees Towns, then how that gonna feel? How that gonna work? You calling me a girl, boy?
Towns walk away from that. He ain't gonna want to. Towns is making money. Towns is still active. He don't want to get in no fist fight. So
I know that. But I'm saying, like, you going on TV calling me a girl? Like, bro, what's up with you?
Yeah, I think Towns is a girl. I just don't think he. That's a whole nother show. I'm not a fan of him.
He's been putting in that work, and I would not disrespect that man. He deserves praise. If anything, he's in the playoffs. He came through.
Maybe Arenas is doing this to make sure his podcast stays alive because he got so much competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't got to down another player.
That big fat dude said some weird sexual type shit, like saying how Tyrese Halliburton and Towns ain't. It was weird, bro. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like the way their hips are, the way their bodies are. Like, why are we talking about
this is what I'm saying. He's talking about hips and bodies, yo. Like, I'm like, what is going on?
Man, to talk about other man's body. Like, bro, what do we do? Like,
even dudes, real quick, I didn't even see the podcast, but you heard dudes in the background like, yo, I don't know. Like, dudes was trying to shut him down. Like, yo, man, like, kill that. You know what I mean? What are you talking about?
That's weirdo shit. Like, if you call a man a girl, what are you? If you judging a man how they walk and look, bro, I don't know. I'm old school though, so let me shut up before I say something.
It's funny, man.
How you looking at that? How are you looking at that, bro?
He's soft and darling. That's weird shit. That's just weirdo shit.
New York needed somebody to blame, and they jumping on the Towns. I guess
there you go.
Bridges get a pass. I guess he get a pass. Brunson get a pass for all them turnovers in the fourth quarter.
Brunson's get a pass. There you go.
Since they traded for Towns, and Towns is the easy one to get on, so they're just gonna get on Towns. Never mind.
You go.
Whether for him,
they would have lost in 5.
Whether they would have lost to Detroit if it wasn't for Towns. I'll tell you that.
So, might not be a fan of Towns' game, but I don't think he's a girl. I just think that's weird when we start doing sexual out.
Oh, that was weird. That was weird to me.
That ain't the first funny shit Arenas has said though. He said some shit about some dude twerking. He paid to see it or some shit. That ain't the first. Go back and look at it. Shout out to Cam and Mace. Hey, Stoney, shout out to Cam and Mace. They put him on blast for this shit before. This ain't the
Oh, they
first time.
did.
Shout out to
You know that. Shout out to cameraman. They keep it 100 though. They're gonna point it out when they point it out.
They said something to him before about this shit, but I mean, fuck Gilbert Arenas, man.
Yeah, he's a sucker.
What have you won, Gilbert? Your claim to fame is you gave Kobe 60, and that's it. That's it. That's it.
You never done shit.
That's it, man. You gave Kobe 60. That's what you live for. That's it. And I get it. He had a nice little 2-year run. He had a
2-year run. There you go.
2-year run. He getting buckets, man. That dude is a yo.
There you go.
That's it. This may be a little
He
bit.
stole some money from Washington. That's all. That's all you got to say.
A little bit overboard, but he got a.
It's just not him. A lot of weirdos need to chill the fuck out with all that, man. This is weird. It's just the NBA media and all that. That's why I'm glad we had this show. I don't care if only 20 people or 100 people listening or whatever, man. Like, we joke around, we talk our shit, but listen, man, I ain't gonna front. I play basketball. I know how hard it is to get 1 rebound. I might not be a Towns fan. This man's averaging 12 rebounds a game. How you gonna be soft and average 12 fucking rebounds a game in the NBA, bro? Like, let's keep it real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I try not to get on and watch that shit because it really, I know it's click shit, but I just don't like men judging other men's bodies and shit. That shit is weird. I click that shit right off. You can't talk about other people in this world and be doing that. You can't be calling people whatever you call them and then judge a man's body. That's just weird.
That's
Keep
weird.
it basketball, man.
For real, for
crazy.
real.
I'm gonna sign out, fellas.
No. We're gonna sign out together. Let's sign out together. Today was a good show. It's a quick show. We only got one game tonight. We only got one thing going on. I know the Red Sox not doing too good, and you know what I mean. So we'll catch back up during the week and get more involved. Camp will be coming in soon. Football will be back. So let's just keep it going through the finals. We'll see what happened in game 2. We'll talk this and chat this over on Thursday for either game 3. So I'll see you guys this week. Let's try to chat this over and get back on this on game on Thursday night post game 3. All right. I'll see you guys later. Yo, dope. Continue enjoying that West Coast. Yeah, enjoy that West Coast trip. I see that sun setting right now, looking nice over there. Yeah, man. Yo, I'm telling you, man, that LA look, man, is nice. And Stacks, man, nice Fenway. What's that? A warm-up joint?
Yeah, warm-up joint. This
That's that warm-up joint, nigga. That's just nice. I like that, man.
Stoney, bomb out there.
Yo, Stoney, I'll see you. I'll see you. Hustles, I'll see you. I'll see you later. He said, I'm gonna look that up. Yo, that's funny as hell. Yo, fellas, I'll see y'all. Parlay with us. We out. Peace.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, sun get through. But I'm